Hello students, hello street leaders, tutors. This is ACT question 8 on the English test of 59F. It's on page 13. We're still in passage 1, Notes from Underground. Number 8 is a grammar and usage question. It's more, I call it, it's nonsense. It's nonsense, not like it is nonsense, but it's nonsense concerning it's. By it's, I mean IT apostrophe S, or is it ITS, or is it ITS apostrophe? All that nonsense. All right. You dealt with this a little bit on question 3 with whose and whose, like whose shoes are these versus who's your favorite superhero. Okay. Basically, they're asking you, do you understand the difference between a possessive pronoun with an maybe it'll have an apostrophe, maybe it won't. Possessive pronouns don't, like whose, W-H-O-S-E, like whose stuff is this? That doesn't have an apostrophe. Versus who is, that's a pronoun plus a to-be verb contraction, who is. Same thing here, but now we have it's, and that's. And this is a more perfectly pure it's nonsense question. They're asking you, which version of it's do you want? This is one of those things you always take for granted and never think about. And then when you get it shown on a test, you panic because you're not exactly sure which one's which, because it's always right, because the right it's is always used whenever you're reading something. So let's go over some it's nonsense. First of all, J is wrong. Why is J wrong? Because it's that. That's impossible to predict, which people will dig out. No, because we're not saying that one thing is impossible to predict. We're trying to make a statement about reality. This is called an expletive statement. It's almost like there is. It's impossible to predict. Or there's a man here. A man is here. Oh, it's impossible to predict. What's going to happen is impossible to predict. It's kind of a roundabout way of saying things. So J is wrong. Don't pick that. J is what you pick. The that's there is apostrophe S. Don't pick that. The next one, H. Never pick H. H is just a trap. H is ITS apostrophe. This is where we get it's nonsense from. It's, okay, that's not a word. You've never seen that before in your life. But kids pick H, ITS apostrophe, even though they've never seen it before. They pick it because they're so intimidated and they think that because they've never seen it before, maybe it's something they don't know and they should pick it. No, that's just the trap, okay? H is the trap of all traps. ITS apostrophe is not a word. Do not pick ITS apostrophe. It's not real. So your real answer choices, besides the 2 red herrings, are F and G. F is no change. In the underlined text, it says it's impossible, ITS, impossible to predict which people, or G, ITS apostrophe. The reason this is tricky is because with pronouns like who or it, the rules change. If you wanted to use a normal noun, like a proper noun, teacher, like a proper noun, like Mark's pen, okay, it'd be M-A-R-K-S apostrophe, and that S apostrophe on the name Mark would show you ownership. In the same way, you could say the teacher's pen. That apostrophe S on the normal noun teachers would tell you ownership is happening. But it's reversed here. With pronouns, it's backwards. There's no apostrophe S. You just say whose. To show ownership of who, you just say who, whose, whom. Whose. To show like every dog knows its master, you just put ITS, no apostrophe. So the trick is they're trying to get you to misapply a true noun rule to the wrong thing, to a pronoun, because most people don't consciously realize the rule reverses for pronouns. So yes, F no change is absolutely wrong. That's the ITS with no apostrophe is the it's of ownership. You want to pick the G, the IT apostrophe S, because that's not showing possession. IT apostrophe S is actually a contraction of the word it is. IT apostrophe S is just like the British contraction apostrophe TIS. 'Tis the season to be jolly. It's the season to be jolly. Christmas, of course. All right, but this is a textbook trap answer. This is an easy question once you know it's there, and there's usually 2 or 3 of these on the test. And once you know this rule about apostrophe S on a pronoun versus just an S on a pronoun between contraction verbs and possesses and like possession, you will always get 2 or 3 easy questions right on the ACT. So please learn this rule. And remember, never pick H, never pick ITS apostrophe, because that's just, it's nonsense. Thank you for watching.